Here we go, the Sunraysia footy report, and it's the Ouyen United Kangas. One of the stars of the old Walpiup Underbull is Andrew Wilsmore, and he joins me now. G'day, Andrew. How you going?
Very well, mate. Very well. Another week down.
Another week down, and a bit of hay being moved around the region. You had a bit of an early start on Friday morning, didn't you?
We did. Yeah, loading some hay in the dark. So all went well. We've got another one heading up the road to go and feed some hungry animals somewhere. So yes, nice and bright, nice and fresh. Been some rip and frost around this week, so no one's really keen on getting out of bed. But the job's done and the sun's up, and it'll be a good Friday.
Good Friday, and a nice time to talk about the Kangas. In the seniors last week, we noticed that they come up against the top side. They got nailed, but could have potentially won the game, and maybe on the road at their venue, they steadied and went away in the last quarter, 11-10, 76 to 8-11-59.
Yeah, look, full respect to Wentworth. They're a quality outfit. They move the ball really well. They're well drilled. They're well coached. Obviously, they've got their star up forward in Wade Hancock. Up on their home deck, we were really impressed with how we went about it. We had several players out, probably 4 or 5 of our best. We didn't unveil our new superstar in Corey Gregson. We kept him under wraps until this week. So we've got a few little cards up our sleeve that we'd like to play next time we meet them, if we get to play them again in the finals. So, look, we came away from that holding quite confidence. Certainly allayed some fears that we think will be more than competitive, if not fractionally better, next time we meet them.
Yeah, you're kicking in the first quarter, 0-5, and then 3-8 at half-time. You had them in your sights at 7-10 to 8-8 at three-quarter time, but a missed kick for goal by one of your stars hitting the post, I think. Kane Stevens might have put paid to you hitting the front and really testing him. Timmy Gloucester out of defence, revelation, taking the role really that maybe the great Andrew Jardine used to have back there, the marshaller of the defence.
Yeah, look, Timmy, and we've spoke about him several times during the year, he's just having a fantastic season. He's just a wonderful club man. He'll sacrifice his game for any cause. If you tell him to sit in the corner and just pray, he'll do it. He's phenomenal. He does not care if he doesn't touch the footy. If his opponent, and that's his job to shut him down, he'll happily do that, and he done a fantastic job on Wade. Kept him to 3, and he got a couple out the back, some cheapies. So fantastic effort by Tim. He's just an out and out star backman.
He certainly is. Dean Jardine came back to senior football and was a good player. Dean Staunton in the middle going well. Alex Morris and Heath Smith around the ball. Joel Grace, an absolute star of the future. And how long the Kangas keep him will be, one would suggest he'll be going to higher level. Jamal Daly, Heath Smith and Bradley Valance all booted 2 goals for the Kangas. I was particularly happy when I saw the scores. I think the club overall would be particularly disappointed that Wentworth won everything in football and netball except for a draw, I think, in the under-11s, and it was only your 2s that won in football on the day, and I know that you coached the boys. You weren't that happy with the win.
No. It was look, I just didn't think we played nowhere near to our potential. It was a funny day. There was a tricky breeze which was going across the ground and made scoring really difficult, which was evident in all the football scores really. The seniors just could not buy a goal. But look, we got the chocolates, but no, I had a few words to them. We certainly tried our best. We tried our hardest to lose it, and we nearly did. But look, we got the result in the end. We worked on some few things during the week, and we'll try and address them against a quality Mervyn this weekend. So if they play like that, we'll get rolled. But look, it was a little learning curve that we took on board, and hopefully we can turn that around. But we did win. Flew the flag. We didn't get too many for the day, but yeah, we can play better than that.
I think it's an interesting comment too, though, that the senior side lost to the top side. You actually beat the side below you, put another 4 points between you and them, and really that almost is curtains for them. You've got a game in hand too. So I think when it's said and done, a win in tough situations, 7-7, 49-4, 2-26 is still a goodie. And Jeffries has been good all year. Simon Jardine, he's like a tubeless tyre. He seems to take all of the pressure and just seems to keep on going. Jakey Crest and Lockie Comrie, very good. Adam Weir and Andrew Jardine back playing footy again. I noticed that he was in the backline name this week for your boys, so good effort. Their goals coming off the boot in the end of Phil Cure, a couple, and Leon Peacock. He's doing well up in full forward with a couple of goals. The 18s come up against Wentworth, and it's another really, really good side that Wentworth has put on the park here, and they had your measure.
Yeah, I think we got towed up pretty well, mate. It wasn't pretty. Both the junior teams. Once again, it was a numbers game. Look, with Jack O'Shaughnessy still in the seniors and Joel. Look, they're just undermanned. But look, they ran around and obviously did their best. And look, they ran into a really good team. Up on their home deck, they touched us up pretty well.
Young Zach Harris got the only goal kicked in the 1-goal-1 score. Was a very, very big score on the other side. But even so, it's, as you've put it, you've got the best of your cattle in that age group playing elsewhere, and that makes it a lot harder. Farnsworth and Neil going very well. Dustin O'Shaughnessy playing as a young kid up in 18s is great stuff. Lynn Berry and Harry Scott amongst it. 16s, you don't have them. But in the 14s, the lads, they certainly have come out each week and given some joy to their parents and a little bit of flavour to this. They kicked 3 goals in the end, which was a pretty good effort against a Merbeen side who kicked 13-12 to 3-1.
Yeah, we're on the scoreboard. So, look, the boys were wrapped in that. They were really pleased. So, their continual improvement's excellent. That's just great to see. So, they're really applying their trade, improving every week, and look, they thoroughly enjoy it. I don't know if they'd love a win, but look, and it'll come one day. Good things that'll come to those who wait, mate. So we're patiently waiting.
I like the rain in the underbull farming sector, and it's come this year, so very nice to see. Corbin Copeman, very good with 2. Harry Scott got the other goal, and young Finn Brown's had a good season. Christy Higgins is one of the young girls playing up in footy.
Yeah. So running around, helping us out with the numbers, so it's great to see.
Yeah, fantastic from her. And Bowden Hastings and also Zaya Baxter and Kyle O'Brien are getting amongst it along with Corbin Copeman with those 2 goals. A lot of COVID through the region, and it's going to have a real impact, probably getting it now through the community and through the club in some respects, albeit you don't want to drop any games and lose your position in the top 4 in senior footy. But it is a real issue, I'm told, around your region.
It is. It's starting to sweep through. We've been pretty lucky. We haven't really had a lot of it over the last year or so, but just the odd case. But it's really starting to make an impact on the community and the football club. Of late, mate, look, with the coach and the runner and several players, we've got more outs than Boris Johnson's cabinet at the minute. I tell you what, we're really struggling. It's gone through the seconds. It's gone through the netball. It's going to be a real issue going forward. However, if we get into finals time and, this wave goes through, look, it can take out half your team. So I don't know how we address the problem, but look, it's going to be an issue. It is a worry for sure. But yeah, we've got a few outs, but we've replaced them with players that we think can do the job, so we'll see how we go, mate. We've certainly got a revolving door at selection at the minute.
Yeah, and tell you what, you're going to be unveiling your new star, Corey Gregson. He couldn't come quickly enough with your point situation. Won't make a lot of difference if you've got other stars that won't play. So Gregson comes in. Who goes out of the side? I guess in terms of points there, you must be missing a couple of very important senior players. Yeah,
the point system, we're fine. We'll be right this week. So we've still got, Kalaji's, he's got COVID. He's actually still stuck in Perth. Can't get back on a plane yet. So he's out. We've got Benny Mole coming back in. We've got some good ins. The Monaghan boys, back in. Obviously, Corey will unveil our new star. He's back in. But there's just some good outs with COVID, and like I say, we've lost the coach, we've lost the runner. She's all hands on deck at the minute. But look, we've got a more than competitive team. The seconds have lost Big Dave Jeffries. We've lost a little bit of depth, but we think we've just got enough to cover it, and we'll see how we go.
Put a team out in the park in the grades when COVID hits and hope for the best. It is a very good senior side that you have named, and a solid backline. I think that's the key to your game, that defensive action. And if your midfield can get forward and kick goals, and Gregson and Kane Stevens and, of course, the Dallas Wilsmore all playing, that is a very good unit of goal-kicking players. And up forward, if Jamal Daly can get his hands on it a couple of times, Jack O'Shaughnessy can also make his presence felt around those packs, I think you're a real chance still of beating Merbein in the seniors. I think the reserves could be where it gets very tough for you, Coach. You might want some of Boris Johnson's cabinet to make up the numbers.
We are going to really have a tough one this weekend. Merbein belted us in our first encounter earlier on in the year, and this one's going to be no different. They'll certainly come out. They're a good team. Got some experienced players in there too that just play well, move the footy well. They're very well structured at what they do. So that could be a tough ask, especially with some good players out. Certainly our ruckman in Dave Jeffries is really going to be sorely missed. He was playing senior footy early on in the year, and he just dominates in the seconds at that level in the ruck. So he's going to be sorely missed. We've certainly got a few outs, but we've thrown together a team. I'll put everyone behind the ball and we see what's happening, and then I'll let everything settle down. We'll see how we go from there.
Yeah, I guess you've got, I noticed through the side, you've named a long list of players, and having Andrew Jardine come back last week, and I see Job Mead's been named there too, and there is going to be a really interesting thing, because another 24 hours from when we record this program to when the twos run out onto the field, so you may even have another or more losses, which I don't hope it's the case, but at the end of the day, it isn't something that we can do much about. What about the kids? Have you got enough in the 18s to get a side on the park?
I just want to make mention of Joby Mead, mate, if I could. He was a regular for us, a senior player. He's coming off 2 ACL total knee reconstructions. So I was talking to him last night. That's 1,170 days since he's played his last game of footy. He was a star, and he's had nearly 3.5 years on the sidelines building himself back up again. So we wish him all the best. We just hope and pray that he gets through it and gets through the rest of the year. He's a ripping kid. He said, look, I'm not going to die wondering. If I do it again, so be it. But and that's a great attitude to have. So all the best to Joe Mead. And hopefully he goes well. Yeah,
certainly a good week to come back for him, and good on him. That's 3 years of not having run around a footy park after his ACL. So great stuff from him. And the 18s, have you got enough lads to select from to get a team out on the park against Merbein, who, when we take a look at the ladder, they're below you on the table. So this would be the game that you would probably count yourself as a chance to win it. And when you go back earlier in the season, it was one which you did win 10-1 to 7-8.
Yeah, well, they didn't name me this week, so they must have enough. And I think, they've got a team, so obviously they'd love Jack back. And but look, there's enough there to get the win, mate. On our home deck at Blackburn Park, which is looking a picture, I think that the boys will be confident. They'll have their coach back in Benny Mole, who's been away crook with COVID, and they'll be back firing. So I would expect that hopefully they'll get the win there.
Yeah, they've named a side, a very long side on their side at Merbein. They've got the players to pick from. You blokes don't have as many. So are they going to play with 16 on the field?
I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. We'll see who, like you say, it's so unpredictable at the minute, who turns up as in, or who's not crook, or who's available. So we'll see how we go. And yeah, that, if it comes to that, well, so be it.
Yeah. 14s start the day. It's going to be fantastic for the kids to run around, and it looks like probably kicking frost off of ovals at the moment rather than dew. Have got a good side in for the kids, and I mean Merbeen in this particular age group. That when we take a look at their ladder, that they were up there in a position, a couple of positions above you. So maybe a chance for the kids to get a win.
Maybe, hopefully. I heard yesterday that one of the Brown boys broke their collarbone. School holidays, mucking around, having a kick at the footy, so that might hurt us a little bit. But anyway, look, they'll certainly put their best foot forward, and you never know, that win could be right around the corner.
Yeah, that's disappointing for him. That is a very, very talented kid on the park. So we'll watch with some very interest there to see whether or not the kids can get a win against Merbeen. All right, at the club on Saturday night at Blackburn Park, what have we got? Reverse something, isn't it?
The back to front draw, mate. Yes. So you buy a ticket and you hope that your name never gets read out until the end. So it's one of them little fundraising things we have. It's a good little social thing. So the social committee have been excellent this year, busy as usual. So yes, they're selling tickets. You buy one, you get a couple of free drinks, and hopefully you get the last name read out, and I think it's worth a few grand. So someone will be happy.
Oh, I reckon they will be. Reckon you blokes are happy on your farms too as the hay goes off this morning, and as we talk about local footy, and everyone on Saturday gets out there to Blackburn Park to watch the local Ouyen United Kangas against the Merbeen Magpies. A big weekend of Sunraysia football, and I'll catch up with you next time.
Cheers, mate.